Hello, it's the Gaming Pantry time once again. We are live on air as recorded. This is the award-winning Retro Bear sitting in the chair, and welcome to what is now commonly known on the internet as Oh No Not Again, but more commonly known as this is part 4 of my Xbox 360 collection. Let us address the game in the room, which is in the background. On the PlayStation 2, because like I said, the irony is we'll just be running PlayStation games while we're talking about the Xbox 360. And this is Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, which is 2-discer. This is the game, and in here is also, oh come on, the making of, and also has the manual. And I think it's probably been ages since I've been in here, but it's also got the warranty card, and it's also got the merchandise for various Konami games, Silent Hill 2, Pro Evolution Soccer, and Metal Gear Solid. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I got this, I don't know, ages ago, years ago. So I've actually, it's a thing I mentioned earlier, and he said I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, I think, across 3 or 4 different systems. I don't know. Right, oh cripes. Technical issues. Actually big feet. Goes to show it's you know, it's all, that wasn't there in the first 3 videos, was it? I've set the tripod up wrong. Honestly, you can't get the stuff these days, especially when you're doing it yourself. You know, you can't blame anybody else, can you? Just blame the imaginary people behind the camera. Yes. And the stuffed animal sat behind me, yeah. They're still here. Paying rent. Can't chuck them out, it's against the law. No. Right, so we're working our way back through the alphabet, aren't we? So we start with Z, and we worked our way all the way back at the moment to somewhere around about H, I think. So, in reverse order, I'm guessing. Now let's start with this one. Here we go. Hitman Absolution. Have you played the Hitman games? I quite like them. Not so much as they've got on a bit, but yeah, some in association with Rustlers, who make those microwave burgers and things. Lovely stuff. So it's come complete with manual and disc, thank goodness, otherwise it would be a complete waste of time. There's the back of the box. Not a bad little game. Now this is an almighty franchise, this one, isn't it? First played these back on the original. I'm just trying to work out which one's which. Hang on a second, bear with me. First, blown away by it, like most people were. No one really expected this game to be any good, and it just was. It just sort of destroyed anything. It was one of the reasons I have an Xbox. And this is the Halo series. This is Halo 4, or as it's known as in some countries, Hello 4. No manual, but obviously we've got that writing in there, which probably means that that's it. Someone's also written on the discs in blue pen. And they obviously need shooting, and there's the 2 discs in there as well, which you probably just can't say, so I'll bring that big one disc, 2 disc. There's the back of the box. Can't say I played all the games in this series, but yeah, it was just a game changer on it, absolute game changer. Halo 3 ODST, which I'm pretty sure used to stand when I was at school, was If Destroyed Still True Love, but maybe not, I don't know. Get all sorts of bump in here as well. Campaign disc and multiplayer disc. The gang's all here. Should be 2. So it says, the little spindle says 2. So this is Halo ODST, which is something I've got when it comes to alphabetising my games. No, that's OCD, isn't it? Yeah. And if having an ODST version of Halo 3 wasn't bad enough, we've now got the original, proper version of Halo 3. Yes. Forget Game of the Year, this is Game of the Decade. And of course it's another one of those classic Retro Bear cock-ups, because there's a classics disc inside it. That 3 we're on now, I think. there's the back of the box. Beginning to think Lord YouTuber was right. I am a moron, if you are watching, obviously. Happily admit that in public. Halo Reach. And missing the sequel, Halo Reach Around. This is also complete. And there's the back of the box, just in case you haven't seen the back of a box before. Every legend has a beginning. They do indeed. Moving swiftly on, this is, now I was really surprised to get this. I think I got this for 50p, I think it was. Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, so this is the original one, which was remastered. New graphics in HD and 3D, co-op play over Xbox Live, 6 classic multiplayer maps reimagined, brand new firefight mission, firelight's obviously do barbecues, and new challenges, enhanced story and more. And it was complete as well. Yeah, dirt cheap. I think I got this in one of those cash generator type places. Not on my usual haunt, just sort of found it. Not long after I bought a 360. Couldn't believe how cheap it was. Got the original on the Xbox, but that's the anniversary edition. Let's take it to be cake, singing, roses, providing you remember it, of course, and then if you don't, then it's something else. Here's a complete waste of time. Guitar Hero World Tour, because I don't have any of the Guitar Hero stuff for the 360. PlayStation 2, yes. PlayStation 3, tick that box. Wii, absolutely, but nothing for Xbox 360. I think if I bought home any plastic 360 guitars, I'd be swiftly moved out. I've got a band's worth of stuff. But again, this was, I think it was 20p somewhere, 20p or 50p, and I thought, well, I'd be stupid not to pick it up. Only more stupid than the fact that I can't actually use it because I can't. However, there is an option to sing on a microphone, so I do have a microphone. If you want to know why I've got a microphone or evidence I've got a microphone, go back to the first video. It's in there. Yeah, you've seen Guitar Hero games before. I'm not going to read the track list out because most of you have played that one. Love these games. This is Grid Auto Sport. This is the limited black edition. What's limited and black about it? I have absolutely no idea. Comes with the manual. It's not a great box. Broken at the top. Exclusive limited black edition content, which would be the Mercedes-Benz SL. Oh, I'm not talking about cars. No, sorry. Yeah, 20 black edition online livery patterns, 10 new premium sponsors with objectives. I'm not going to go into all that because it's not really something I'm particularly interested in. But I do know that all that content has been picked up as such. Right, what we got here? Oh, yeah, Grand Theft Auto episodes from Liberty City. This is the 2 complete game series, only on Xbox 360. Brilliantly picked up. And I'll just doing this. There's the, again, it's called cash converters because someone's been writing on the disc again. See it in blue. It also comes with the map, which I know everybody likes to try and get hold of. I'm not going to unpeel it because we don't want to see me trying to put a map back together, but there's the map in there as well. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Have it. And got all cockney there for some reason, do apologise. And there's the back of the box. Again, I think that was picked up for very little. Grand Theft Auto 5. Which I must confess, probably the only person in history of people never actually to play this game yet. I'm going to say what I always say when I see something like this. I love the artwork on those discs. And just to say I'm not being sexist, there's some nice artwork on that one as well. This one also comes with a map of Los Santos. So if ever I get lost in Los Santos, I'll be able to find my way out there. Yeah, more map. Heavy. And there's the back of the box as well. Again, I think I got quite lucky with this one. Charity shop £1. I was guaranteed that certainly with the 360 games, I have not paid a lot for any of them. A couple of quid probably at the very most. And then Grand Theft Auto 4, which unlike the other ones is completely empty. No map. So no having it this time. Someone's been writing on the discs again. And there's the back of the box. Ah. Right, next up, working my way backwards through this series of games. This is Gears of War Judgment. So I dare say somebody's jumping up and down somewhere. Again, presuming there's no manual because we've got the warranty warning information on the inside. There's the back of the box. Trust your guts. That's what usually happens when you go for a curry. Take on the most terrifying villain of Emergence Day with a new team and expanded arsenal of weapons. Yeah. Special edition time. This is Gears of War 3. This is the steelbook. Sort of. No slipcase with it. I'm guessing there is one to go with it. What's it got inside here then? So there's the Gears of War inside. Just the one disc, I think. Yep. Hello, there's somebody wearing very little in there. And there's the back of that, just in case you haven't seen this one before. There's two of the characters there. I'd love to be able to tell you who they are. I have absolutely no idea. And then, what have we got there? There's the manual. There's Xbox downloadable content, possibly, which I dare say has gone. And someone's been very kind to leave one of the stickers on. The sticker sheet. There's one there. Sticker. Some of these things you do get quite lucky with, and some of them you don't. That one, I think, probably okay. Again, because they're missing bits, and there's the back of the steelbook, so I'm not going to tell you anything. But again, because I think they're missing bits of it, these things were dirt cheap in sort of CEX to pick up. They tell them at knockdown price. So I got that one for £1. This one I think I got for £1.50. Oh, why not? You can probably see why. It's not a great copy. This is Gears of War 2 limited edition, which comes in one of those lovely pieces of cardboard that I enjoy so much. But it does come with the book. Okay, beneath the surface, there we go, all the artwork inside. Would you like a quick example of the artwork, just to see? There we go. Artwork. Who's to say this channel isn't classy? There's a steelbook, little bit of rust on the top corner. Whoops, that's got a bit dark for some reason. There we go. There's the back of it, just pictures of guns. Ooh, bang, bang. Again, but inside, lovely bits of stuff in here. As if my fingers work properly, so you've got both discs in there. One of these discs was very kindly donated by Gernaldinho to complete the set. I think when I bought it, it just had the game with it, didn't have the making of. But that was very kindly donated. I think it was that one. It might have been the other one. I can't remember. And what was inside? Yeah, just the manual, Gears of War 2 pack, and also a photograph of somebody. If you do recognise these people, do let me know. I'd like to get in contact with them and obviously just return this photograph. Doesn't really tell me an awful lot on the back. So you always have me with you. I love you, Dominic, always Maria. So if you know who Dominic and Maria are, just give me a shout. Or if you're watching Dominic and Maria, I've got your photograph here. Get in touch. Amazing the things people leave in here, you know. Lovely fine receipts and things like that, but people's photographs, that's weird. That's weirder than anything at my level. I think it's a bit, I'll sort of flash up saying I'm being ironic or sarcastic or something anyway. And finally in the Gears of War series, Gears of War Limited Edition Box Set 1, which I think was one of the very first things I actually bought for the 360. And, okay, it's missing a plastic slipcase. There's the back of it, just in case you're not quite sure what it is. I recognise that bloke from somewhere. And yeah, so this is the tin. Trying to get everything out without breaking it. Here we go. So there's the tin, great for putting fruit pastels and things in. That was the bit of cardboard in there, so you got the Gears of War, and it opens up so you got both the discs in there. Superb. I think because it was missing a plastic case, I got it for a cracking deal. There's the manual, and also another book as well. Love these little art books they give away. And that could help, you know, if it helps, you can sort of look round and there's some more artwork there. Yeah, great to find those sort of things in there. Always adds to the stuff. So that's Gears of War. Let's move those across there because it's going to get a bit tricky in a minute. Oh, you know when you get old. I'm getting older by the day. Tell you, I find it now difficult to crouch down in CEX. And you know, as the game, I'm going to start looking at games on the bottom shelf, or get someone to come round. You inspect those games down there. Is there anything of interest? Anything involving horses, fish, Zumba, Sesame Street characters, anything like that? Let me know. I can't get down. If I get down, I'm sure to get back up again. Oh dear, old man Retro Bear carries on insanely rabbiting to himself as he shows you a Kinect game. This is Game Party in Motion. You thought we finished with all the Kinect stuff when we got past K? Oh no. There's still more stuff to come. No idea what this is, I haven't played it, but it does tell me on the back of the box. Games include darts, puck bowling. Puck bowling? Take some sort of character out of Midsummer Night's Dream and what, roll them at a set of pins or something? Root Beer Tapper. Well, that'll be interesting. I presume that'll be a reimagining of the old classic arcade game, Space Invaders. Table hockey, QB in motion, which I believe stands for quarterback in motion. Bocker ball, which I've never heard of before. Horseshoe hysteria, pin cup, and many more. Now, when it says many more, there's 8 more because it says there's 16 great games on the front. And there are also 16 classic arcade games. If it's anything like that dreadful game I played on the PlayStation 2 the other night, which I must do a video about, I am not looking forward to playing that in the slightest. Let's move on. Fusion Frenzy, which is a follow-up to a game which came out on the Xbox. This is Fusion Frenzy 2. Sorry, getting confused. Complete with manual. And again, it's just a series of mini-games. But didn't appeal to me. I'm not sure whether I missed the whole. Well, I haven't got the first one, so I haven't played it, and I thought, oh, I mean, that's meant to be quite good. I picked that up, and not quite as good. Let's Go Racing Boys as we go to Forza Motorsport Four. I still haven't got any of the Horizon titles because obviously I'm just that tight. I will not pay for them. Someone's also been writing bloody cash converters on these discs again. Both discs are in there, just so you're aware. I don't believe you. Right. There's the other disc. Ta-da. But these are great. I love the Forza games. Played the first one on the Xbox and then these afterwards, 2, 3 and 4. Absolutely superb. Love the series. Just great fun. That's why we've got Forza 3. Again, these were at the top of my list when I got them a 360 to make sure I pick these games up as quickly as possible. Again, 2 discs. Manual. Yeah, I think it had some downloadable content which didn't work as well. Just beautiful games to look at still. Just absolutely classic. And then Forza 2. So, just completing the 4 games there. And again, just came on the 1 disc, that one. Okay, sorry, you catch me out with that one. Just the 1 disc. Again, if you haven't got these, you've got a 360. Get them. They are cheap. You can get them. They are really, really, really cheap. Absolute no-brainers to pick up, but Horizon isn't quite cheap enough yet. Okay, so you might laugh at this one. We might laugh at these next 3. This is Football Manager 2008, I hear you chuckle. Yeah. This game goes for a few quid. This was found in the charity shop for £1. And last time I checked, which was probably about 15 months ago, CEX was selling this for about 10 quid. So don't ignore these. You know, there were 3 Football Manager games that came out on the Xbox 360. Don't ignore this one because that one is the most collectible one of the lot. The PC version's worth nothing. That though is worth a few quid. This one still holds its value a little bit. Which is 2007. Not much. but again, if you see it, it's worth picking up. And I love it. They work really, really well on the Xbox. I had Championship Manager, the 2 versions that came like that, and they work really, really well on the Xbox. And these work pretty well on the 360. And this is the one which is probably the cheapest one, the most common one to get, Football Manager 2006. This is the one that I probably enjoyed last of all. I was playing it again about 3-4 months ago, and before you know it, you sort of spent 3 or 4 hours and you've not done a great deal. But yeah, I love these games, and again, they are quite cheap to. This one's quite cheap to pick up. The second one, 2007, fairly cheap. 2008, you're going to be paying a few quid for that. Keep your eye open for it. I did tell you about 12 months ago, 15 months ago. Flat out Ultimate Carnage. Because if there aren't enough games on the Xbox 360 involving cars and carnage and death and destruction, then whatever. I'm number 1606 to own this game. So a lot of people have owned this one. Again, very little paid. It's not as good as some of the other games I've shown you so far. More Connect Love, and this is Fighters Uncaged, or How I Learned to Box in My Own Living Room. I haven't played this because I'm absolutely petrified to find out exactly what it's about. I must admit, I don't like, it says become the ultimate underground fighter, and immediately I'm scared, because games shouldn't be about sort of teaching people things like that. No controller needed. Charge head first into the vicious world of illegal street fighting. I was like, oh my god, how did this game ever get released? Who's behind this? Ubisoft, you morons. No guns, no blades, no holding back. Over 70 brutal attacks and combos. Build your skills and rise to the top. Now, bear in mind, this is going to be motion sensed, isn't it? So you're going to be sort of there performing some sort of, eye gouging, ear ripping off thing, and maybe I could just play it and find out, it's not what I think it's going to be. It might be nice and gentle. Fight Night Round 4, continuing the theme of smashing people's heads in, but this is with gloves. And there's one Fight Night game, I think it was one after this one, which commands quite a few quid. I can't remember what it's called. It wasn't called Round 5, I know that. Again, I've never been a massive fan of boxing games. I don't think there have been too many I've really actually enjoyed. I don't know why. I'm not sure. I should have enjoyed more of them, but I haven't. Right, what have we got here? Oh, yeah, this was 10p, so I'm not ignoring 10p games. FIFA 15, which comes with a hottest team manual. Based in Saudi Arabia, and there's the back of a FIFA box, because we've never seen that before, have we? Oh, look, it's football. I think 15 is the latest version I've got for both Pro Evo and FIFA. And another FIFA game, but there's a method to my madness on this one. This is FIFA 14, but this is the limited edition. Now, this cost me, again, it says better with Connect, so I can understand why people now in my line of work report all their televisions have got footballs kicked into them in the house, because people have obviously been using their Connect to play FIFA with. Now, the reason I've got that is because it becomes this wonderful lenticular cover on the inside. Probably just turn it that way. And just I don't want to take it off, so I've actually lined Messi's arm up correctly so it fits in. But it's a lovely sort of lenticular cover on that one, and it was nice, clean, complete. Got the slip cover, got the box, and there's the back of it. And it was 10p. I mean, why you would ignore something that's for 10p is beyond me. I mean, it's the 14, so I think the last one FIFA they did was 18 on the Xbox 360, possibly. Somebody may want to correct me on that one. So it's not going to sort of fit in that sort of late sports title thing, but it's a nice looking copy of it and a bit special. What have we got here? This is Fear of another video to come. Yes, there's still one more to come. clear your diaries. Again, I don't know a fat lot about this one. You're an elite soldier trained to deal with unusual situations others can't even imagine. Called in to confront a murderous force with paranormal abilities. We haven't heard that before, have we? There's the back of the box. You'd be surprised to know I've not played a lot of these, or some of them even. I've heard of them. That's probably why I picked them up. I've heard of that. I'll buy that at some point. Another steel book, this time without the plastic slip case. This is Far Cry 2. But again, it was a nice steel book. You know, a lot of the steel books I've got are actually pretty good condition. Prince of Persia, this one, Lost Planet. What's that really nice one I've got? Perfect Dark. Even though it's got a crap plastic cover to it, very nice. Oh yeah, I didn't realise this. Here we go. I always find these things afterwards. I buy these things. Again, this is one of the first games I sort of picked up because I was collecting sets like this. This is, you can see there, it is broken, slightly broken. A little bit of a gap there. Can you see my fingers? I don't know, you can't see it from there. Can you see it there? Yeah, it is slightly broken. There's the back with that person whose name escapes me. But there is also a Far Cry map. So again, should I get I can open this one up actually. There's not a lot to it really. It's as maps go and things you find inside games, that has got to be pretty disappointing really. But like I said, I think that was again dirt cheap because it was broken. So more Connect stuff. This is Fantastic Pets. I bet you they aren't. I bet you they aren't. They're not even proper animals for a start. 12 mini-games, play, fetch, pet wash, pinatas, bubble dodge and more. Create your dream pet. Unlimited custom creations from your imagination. Again, I think this was in the cash converters bargain bucket. Please buy this stuff at 10p because we haven't been able to sell it. That's the camera again. Ah, dear. Oh, dear me. Right. Not many more to go now. This is Family Guy Back to the Multiverse. Used to be a massive Family Guy fan. Not watched it for a long time now. No manual with this one. There's not a lot to show you apart from that on the inside. I wasn't particularly keen on the PlayStation 2 Xbox game which came out. It just wasn't quite right. Classic Family Guy is great, but I said I've not watched it for a long time. This was an interesting one. I've seen it crop up in a couple of people's collections over the couple of years. Fairy Tale Fights, which I don't think there's an awful lot to it. I don't think it's the greatest game in the world. I've been playing a little bit of it, but it's a lot of fun for a short while. If you want to go around and sort of like, you know, lopping people's head off with lots of blood everywhere, done with like, you know, cartoon characters. Blood crazy salami violence. Why salami violence I don't know, because there's no salamis in it. It's not Pepperami sponsored. But you know, dynamic slicing, multiplayer co-op and volumetric liquid, so you can, there's plenty of blood. It's just, I don't know, it gets a bit much. Spill over 10,000 gallons of blood and slide through multiple blood pools. So if you like blood, this is probably for you. Fable 2, a game I'm unlikely to get into, but only on Xbox. Again, complete. Sequel to the #1 RPG action game on Xbox. There we go. Not a lot to say about that one because I don't. See, this is what happens when you know. Why? Question I'm always asked: why have you got so many? You know, wow, you got so many games. Yes, I know I've got so many games. Why have I got so many games? Because they're cheap, and you just can't sort of ignore the fact that you walk into a shop, and that's why I've sort of trying to keep the collection under control now. Just not only buy stuff I'm collecting for. It's very easy to amass a collection. Even more so when people send you stuff. This is Formula 1 Race Stars, which was very kindly sent to me by somebody I mentioned already. That's two things he sent me for my 360 collection. Gernaldini sent me this. He also put me that note in there saying, "You owe me £6, you tight bastard." But which it's still in there. It's still in there. I'll just show. There's the note. I'm not going to show you what's inside it, but the note is still in there. But this was great. This was love this game. Formula 1 Mario Kart without Mario. What more can one ask for? Again, this one again was quite cheap. Picked up the cracked case at the top. This is Formula 1 2012. Again, love racing games. As long as you don't take them too seriously and sort of go all Gran Turismo on you. A lot of fun can be had from games like this. So that was 2012. This is 2010. So I got 3 of these Formula 1 Codemasters games. Actually, no, tell I got 4, possibly 5. If you love Formula 1, this is the sort of thing you get. The official Formula 1 game. I had the very first one, the first one that came out on that generation for PlayStation 3, Formula 1 Championship Edition. I like my racing games, but I couldn't quite get into that one. Escape from Dead Island. Another game not to play in the dark. There's some stuff on the inside. Mrs. Bear's the zombie expert, so she'll have to get into playing all this. This was an interesting one. I'd never seen it before or heard of it. I've seen it loads of times since, and this is Eat Lead, the legend after the return of Matt Hazard, which I'm told is quite a fun little game. And it sort of goes through, it tells a story and you sort of play various sort of retro-inspired games, starring the voices of Will Arnett and Neil Patrick Harris. Get ready for the return of the most popular video game hero of the 80s. Matt Hazard is staging his comeback against his all-retro enemies in a hilarious parody of the last 25 years of gaming. 2 things about that. 1, that's a lot of gaming, and 2, it's never quite as hilarious as the boxes led you to believe. A game which is ridiculously expensive on the Wii. This is Tiger Woods 12, the Masters Edition. And it includes an additional 14 championship courses as well. The one for this to get is it 14 or 15? I can't remember. Tiger Woods 14 or 15 isn't it? The special championship edition. CX were paying a ridiculous amount of money for that, for a golf game. But again, it was a late sports title. And I got very excited. I thought they released 2 versions, a special championship edition and a standard edition. I got very excited because I thought I'd found the championship edition. Turns out it was the standard one, so I didn't buy it. Duke Nukem Forever. Stuff. Come get some. The king is back. Doesn't look anything like Elvis. More Kinect fodder. This is Dr. Kawashima's body and brain exercises. I probably need both. And as you could probably imagine, completely and utterly untouched inside. Just imagine getting that for your birthday, can't you, or Christmas? Oh, thanks very much for that. Yeah, got your game for your little computer. Oh, thank you, that's great. I'll put it over here, under this rock. So I always find games in fantastic condition. You can usually gather by what's happened where it's ended up. It's come from there. A game I didn't think I had, Dragon Age Inquisition. I don't know why I would have got that. That is definitely an un-retro bear game. But we know the story by now because it's cheap. Oh, not many to go now. This one again, cash converter sale, very, very little paid for it. Usually goes for about 3 or 4. Used to be about 5 or 6 quid at one point. I think I picked this. Is Don Bradman Cricket 14, which for a cricket game I haven't played yet. This was a tatty old, no manual. The box is cracked, but it's a cricket game at the end of the day. But the Bradman games, you know, they don't drop in value. The other ones, the Ashes cricket and international cricket, are dirt cheap. This one I've never seen before, and I've never seen since. It's not a particularly rare game in terms of the cost. This is a Connect game, Fantasia Music Evolved. It's a conductor simulator. I know there's a game called Mad Maestro on the PlayStation 2 because I've got it, but this is very much a similar thing, but it sort of mashes together, or as a that's what I would say. The Blur the Box is a masterfully executed rhythm game that brings new life into the genre. So it takes classic songs from the Fantasia films and mixes them with, David Bowie, Drake, Depeche Mode, Peter Gabriel, Lady Gaga, CeeLo Green, Jimi Hendrix, Elton John, Kimbra, Bruno Mars, Nicki Minaj, New Order, The Police, The White Stripes and The Who. So it's all sorts of wacky stuff on there. I paid $1.50 for that. Like I said, I've seen it once. I have never seen it since. Don't know if it's rare or not. Diablo 3. I think that used to be a killer tactic on Championship Manager back in the day. A joke for about 3 people out there. And again, one of these games. Evil is in its prime. Yes, it is. Devil May Cry 4. So I've got Devil May Cry 1, the European and the Japanese version, and Devil May Cry 3 on the PlayStation 2. Again, nice, clean. Some of these boxes are a bit knackered, but a lot of them are really good condition. Again, very clean. Set free the devil inside. Forget how clean some of these things are. I'm rubbish at that, by the way. It's too hard for me. Deus Ex Human Revolution, which I think is a game everybody who got a 360 must have at some point. Buy this game, 10 out of 10. This is the Australian version because the disc is upside down. I'm saying nothing because I can't remember what it was like. It's been that long since I played the game. This one again picked up absolutely for nothing. This is again Better We Connect. This is Defiance, which I think was after a TV series, and Mrs. Bear used to watch Defiance. And it also came with some postcards as well, which was nice to find inside those, especially when I didn't pay a lot for it. Oh, what's a receipt as well? Someone actually paid £20 for this. Wow, when was this? 3rd of July 2013. Oh yeah, and he bought it in my local large Tesco store by me. It didn't go very far because I think I probably got it from CEX, the big shopping centre. But yeah, this was a TV series which I remember Mrs. Bear used to watch. Right, 4 to go. We got Dead Space. No, the game, not this video. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Going to be very lucky to get some of these in complete condition, and not many with the manuals missing. Got that on the PlayStation 3, got Dead Space Extraction on the Wii, just in case people are trying to keep count. Dead Rising. Are they? Has the revolution started already? May get this video done quickly. I've also got Dead Rising Chop Till You Drop on the Wii, but this is the only other one I've got. A mall full of zombies. That's a Mrs. Bear game. Dead Island Game of the Year edition. Again, I think this was picked up for not very much. Oh yeah, it's got the manual inside it. I begin to think this hadn't got the manual all the disc. It's got the disc in there. Had it got the manual? It has. There we go. That's definitely a game I'm not playing. And then finally, for this row, Darksiders 2. Which I know absolutely nothing about. Yeah, no manual on that one. Just the disc. Become Death. Kicks ass. Awesome take on the apocalypse. So it says. Which remains to be seen. Yeah, and that is it, which now leaves us just one layer to go. With a sigh of relief. Yeah, so if you've enjoyed what you have seen, this is part 4 out of 5. Thank you very much indeed for tuning in. If you have enjoyed that and you're a new subscriber, a new viewer to the channel, by all means feel free to like, subscribe, comment and tick the bell for more video uploads. If you are continuing going through this hard slog of the rest of the collection, thank you very much indeed for your continued tolerance, probably. And once again to say thank you very much indeed for watching. This is Retro Bear in the Gaming Pantry saying take care and bye for now.